Hey team, I am sitting in my office. It's the first time I've set one up in the last 18 months and had a couple of thoughts on personal volume this month. So, a lot of people are just starting out in the business or you haven't really launched your Plexus business yet, and I want to give you a couple of words of wisdom. My very first month, I added it up the other day. I made a little over $1,200 with Plexus in my first 30 days. And that included my commission check that came the following month. But for what I did in my very first month between November 30th and December 31st of 2013 was epic in kind of starting my journey. So a couple of tips if you're just getting started, or if you are ready to ramp back up, or if you kind of feel like you've been floundering a little bit in the beginning, and how to get really started. So the very first thing I did when I signed up that night was I was already a customer. So I just talked a little bit about what Plexus had done in our family so far. So I'd been a customer for about 5 months. I talked about my thyroid numbers. I talked about how it was helping my daughter, which are really the two reasons why we got in as ambassadors, was to cover our product. And I just posted a picture of our family. It was a recent picture. It was a picture I wasn't very happy with my body. And that was my story. But I also shared in the first 48 hours probably, Rosalind's story, who's all of our upline, Celeste, Gwen's story, who's all of our upline, and Susan Stern, who is my sideline. I've known for a really long time. I also, over the years, have shared Caroline French's testimony, countless testimonies on our team, countless testimonies of other people, but it really kind of helped at the beginning to just post testimonies of people I knew. So I'd already met Celeste. I knew Rosalind very well. I knew Susan very well, and I knew my own story. So that first, couple of days, it was really easy to share stories of people I know. So if you are signed up with Plexus as an ambassador, there's a really good chance that you know one or two people already who are ambassadors and who already have stories. Or there's a story that you saw someone post that really resonated with you. You can repost that story. Say, this is the story that got my journey started. This is the reason that I decided to go full force with Plexus. If you're just getting started and you have your welcome pack, take a picture of it. Take a picture of the products that you got. If you're getting product this week, take a picture of that. That's personal. That's what's happening in your house. And I think people get really freaked out about personal posts. If you've been on Plexus or on Facebook for a long period of time, Facebook's personal. You want to know what's going on with your kids, what's going on today, some people get as far as, what did we eat last night for dinner? And so I think be very relatable. Talk to people the way that you would want to be talked to, or informed of a new product. Say what excited you about Plexus to start with, what got you in. So I think it's very important. You don't have to go into deep family details. You don't have to go into, why BioCleanse is so wonderful. But you can really share some important facts. I just want to encourage you to not post graphics, to not, do things that I'm going to scroll past. I mean, if you're someone that stops and looks at graphics, and that maybe that works for you, but I'm not. I want to see personal stories. I want to read through and be like, oh, this is really cool. At the beginning, say if you have X, Y, and Z, you might want to read this story. Then they're like, oh, I do have migraines. I do want to read that story. I do have fibromyalgia, or my mom does, and I'd like to, read what this has helped her with. And then post pictures that relate to that, whether it's a graphic of an illness, how, leaky gut works, whatever it is, but post something that's not just, do you want to feel better? So I think that kind of helps get some people started. Please message your upline if you have any questions about posting, how to post, how to make effective Facebook posts. And if you are not a Facebook person and this totally is outside of your wheelhouse, find what works for you. Find how you connect with the most amount of people and use that as your tool to really get the word out there of what Plexus has done for you, or what you're looking forward to it doing for you, and what you've seen it do for others. I hope you all have a really good day.